I'm going to try something a bit different in this video, involving one saxophone and two microphones. Let's hope I don't get too confused. The saxophone I'll use is my beautiful love child here, born out of passion from my heart. I designed this saxophone and I reached out to a company and they made it for me, and I'm so happy with this little beauty. I absolutely love this tenor. And the two microphones that I'm going to be using are this one, which is right in front of my face, and this green thing. And the company that makes these two microphones is called Meek. Never heard of them. Have you heard of them? Because I haven't. I just found these microphones and decided to buy them because this was green. That's how shallow I am. But anyway, moving on. I decided to bag these two microphones. I got them in a nice little deal together. And I thought, okay, let's give them a whirl. Let's see if I can work them together. By making them work together, I mean I'm going to have this one as an overhead. Do you know what I mean? Like drummers have. Because overhead miking of a saxophone is kind of my new favourite way to record a saxophone. But there's still something missing that you get from having a microphone at the front. And that's where this big bad boy comes in. Well, it's not really a big mic, but it is compared to this. I'm going to have this stuck at the front of the bell of the saxophone, and this one as an overhead. Then I'm going to blend the two recordings together, but you never know, using this combination of the two mics, one there, one at front, might be the ultimate key of how to record your saxophone. It might be a great combination, or it might be horrible. We don't know. I'm going to give it a try anyway. So the two microphones I'm going to use are this green one, which is a small diaphragm condenser, the JM27, or Meek 27, I'm assuming that's what the initials stand for. And it's nothing flash, nothing fancy. Typical small diaphragm condenser, no buttons, no bells, no whistles. And that's going to go in the overhead position. And at the front of the saxophone is going to be this JM37DP, whatever that means, this microphone by Meek. Microphone companies, why do you come up with so many confusing numbers and letters? I'm trying to record something, not have a maths lesson. Anyway, rant over. So this microphone has a couple of switches on it. It has the -10 and -20 decibel pad switch, which is great in case you're recording something very loud. And it also has two polar patterns. One, which is the cardioid, which I'm talking into now. And the other one is the omni, which is all the way around. There. You should know by now what polar patterns are. I don't have to tell you every time. But that's what it's got on it. And I was also asked the question, why do you put reverb on your demo? Well, that's quite simple. Because most, if not all tracks, when you record them, reverb is added. So then you can hear what it sounds like before it goes into the mix of, say, an album track. Or if it's a solo saxophone track, you just want that ambience. That's why I put reverb on. So you can hear what it'd be like when it's mixed. It's pretty straightforward, I guess. So education time over and fun time to start. Anyway, here we go. Let's hear what these two sound like separately, together, and whatever. Anyway, speak to you after the demos. Now that was what I'd class as quite an interesting experiment. Now each microphone individually sounded, I think they sounded okay. They were not world-beating microphones, but they were not bad, they were okay. This performed fine. You could hear that ambient room sound, which I like in the tone of a saxophone because it picks up the frequencies that a bell mic kind of misses. And also the other way around, this bell mic was picking up the sounds that this one would miss. So when I mixed them together, I felt that I got the best of both worlds, and that's not bad for two microphones which are quite affordable. Because I wonder what it would be like if I tried the same experiment but with two, let's just say, higher quality microphones. That could be quite an interesting thing to do. Maybe even with two different styles of microphones. Possibly a ribbon at the front and then a tube condenser, for example, on the top, or even a dynamic mic at the front and a large diaphragm condenser at the top. You know what I mean. Different combinations. Let's see how it works out. I'm sure one day I'll go down that path. I'm quite sure I will. But for now, I'm quite happy and quite satisfied with the results I got from these two, let's just say, affordable microphones. And if I can do that with these cheap and cheerful microphones, that's something to think about. It's something for you out there to ponder, to think to yourself, well, if I've got a couple of microphones lying around, maybe I can try it as well. Maybe I get a great new recording sound on my saxophone. You never know until you try it. So yes, give it a whirl, give it a try, and you don't have to break your pockets to do it. I've really enjoyed the whole process of doing this video for the simple fact that I feel that I've unlocked yet another nice way to record my saxophone. The overhead position plus the bell mic with a bit of balancing and mixing together. It might not work for everybody, but I can see where I could use it again. But sound is subjective. Might work for me, it might not work for you, but at least I tried it. Now, can you do me one big favour and you can try something for me? Try to get your finger and push it right down on the like button. And if you want to subscribe, that is absolutely free. Because as I've said before, I'm trying to grow my channel. And that means I need you lot to help me out. And I want to say thank you very much for that. And have a fantastic day, whatever you're going to do.